1, 2, 3, 4. I've got sunshine on a cloudy day. When it's cold outside, I've got the month of May. I guess you'd say, what can make me feel this way? It's my girl, my girl. I'm talking about my girl, my girl. I've got so much honey, the bees envy me. I've got a sweeter song than the birds in the trees. What can make me feel this way? My girl, my girl. I'm talking about my girl, my girl. Talking about my girl, my girl. I've got sunshine on a cloudy day with my girl. I even got the month of May with my girl. Oh, with my girl.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to Swift Guitar Lessons for another by request song tutorial. It's very common for me to receive requests on classic songs, so today I'm going to be fulfilling a tutorial on the Temptations' 1965 classic, My Girl, originally written by Smokey Robinson. I got all the tabs and chords available for you at patreon.com/swiftlessons, where with just $1 a month, you can support the channel and receive access to a ton of extra resources. Now, let's get started. Okay, close look at the fretboard and also my right hand, getting started with our intro section. This is the perfect example of how a major pentatonic scale can be used to create an iconic bass line or riff. It's going to sound like this. Okay, so all we're playing there is the 3rd fret of the A string, open D string, 2nd fret D string, open G string, 2nd fret G string, and 1st fret B. Sometimes you'll see me slap the strings in between the 1st and 2nd note. And sometimes you'll see me utilize hammer-ons. Just like that. Okay, moving into our verse section. We're going to be using that riff intermittently throughout the tune, but generally speaking, all the verses are just 1/4 progressions, starting off in the key of C. But bear in mind, there will be a key change later in the tune. So a 1/4 progression in the key of C. C is the 1st note of the C major scale. F is the 4th note of the C major scale. So that means a 1/4 progression is a C to F major. Okay, beginners can play just an F major, kind of like a mini F. This is kind of the common F chord, or you can play F major 7 if you can't get that bar. Basically what I'm saying is if you have trouble with your F chord, it's not the end of the world. You're still going to be able to play this tune. But I'm going to go with my F major bar chord shape. Okay, so C major chord, we'll have that starting off for 4 beats. I've got sunshine on a cloudy day. With our strumming pattern, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. That's our pop strumming pattern, which sounds great with a little bit of percussion. Down, chuck, up, chuck, up. That's using my percussive hit, driving through the strings, muting the strings. And if you haven't mastered that technique, I suggest you go to this link right here and learn how to do your percussive hit. It's an awesome trick. Okay, so 1, down, chuck, up, chuck, up on the C chord, on the F chord. Then I suggest you get back to your main riff. And maybe try playing that in the key of F. Okay, so if you want to play that over the F chord, it's 1st fret, E string, that's our F note, our root. You can slap the strings, go to the G note, 3rd fret, open A, 3rd fret A, open D, and then we're going to go to the 3rd fret D string. Okay, so if you put those 2 riffs together, fantastic way to maintain some of that iconic bass line. Okay, so there you have it. You're going to do that twice for your verse. The C major chord comes in, down, chuck, up, chuck, up. The F chord, down, chuck, up, chuck, up. Then back to the C riff, the F riff. When it's cold outside, I've got the month of May. Now I could do the riff again, but I might just like to just strum the F chord because now I'm getting ready to go into the chorus. I guess you'd say, getting into our chorus. Okay, moving on to the chorus section. We're going to be using more chords from the key of C. Starting off with the C major chord, you can call that your 1 chord. Then we're going to go to D minor, our 2. Right? The whole step brings us to the 2, so that's our D minor chord shape. Then we're going to go back to the 4 chord, C, D, E, F. And then to the 5, G. C, D, E, F, G. So the start-in progression for our chorus is going to be C, D minor, F to G, and you can call that, in theoretical terms, a 1, 2, 4, 5 progression. We're going to have those chords for 2 beats each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you repeat 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. But on the second go around, I want you to play a G dominant 7 chord instead. This is when you take your G major, but instead you have your pointer finger on the F note of the high E string. Alright, you put all that together and we have, I guess you'd say, what can make me feel this way? And there I'm just strumming. Down, down, up, 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 down, down, up. Alright, now we're going to go back to the 1 chord and hold it out. My girl, my girl. There I'm doing my down, chuck, up, chuck, up. The pop strumming pattern with the percussive hit again. Then we're going to go back to the 2 chord D minor. My girl. Back to the 5 chord G. Real short. So the second half or the second line of this chorus on your chord sheet. My girl, talking about my girl. Short G chord. Then I like to either hit my strings or snap my fingers before I go F, F, G, G. That's an F bar chord. You could do a G major chord shape, but I'm going to do the bar before I get into verse number 2. All right, let's put all that together. Starting off on the 1 chord in the beginning of your chorus with I guess you'd say. 1, 2, 3, C. D minor, F, G, C, D, F, G7, my girl. D minor, and a short G, snap. F, F, G, G, and you're on to verse number 2, which is going to be the exact same thing as your first verse. That's going to be followed by another chorus, which is also identical. So that means we're ready to move on to the instrumental section. Okay, moving into our instrumental section. This part is absolute genius because it sets up a very well constructed key change. We're going to be moving from the key of C into the key of D. I'll demonstrate, then I'll break it down for you part by part. It starts off like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. C riff. C riff again. F. C. F riff. D minor. And then key change to D major. Okay, so that began with 2 alternating bass notes, G to C. Just going 3rd fret, low E string, to 3rd fret, A string. Very simple. Followed by that, we're going to our C riff. You do it twice, then do it again. As the verse kind of comes back. Or at least that 1-4 progression. Back to the C, then followed by the F. So once you've gone C, F, C, F, you'll go to a D minor chord. Start by striking the root. We're going to go root, down, up, down, down, up. Then go to your G major chord, your 5 chord. There you're going to play down, up, down, down, up. Walk to the E minor chord by hitting an F sharp note on the low E string 2nd fret. A pop strumming pattern over E minor sounds fantastic. Okay, then we're going to go to the A major chord and just go down, down, down. A quick stop by covering up the strings. Then you've successfully moved to the next verse, which is going to be the same thing that we had in verse number 1 and 2, but it's transposed to the key of D. Okay, so for verse number 3, we're playing the same thing, but in the key of D. It's going to be a 1-4 progression. So, same thing as in verse number 1. D is our root of the D major scale, so that'll be our 1 chord. All right, now we got to find our 4 chord in the key of D. So, D, E, F, G. That means that we're going to have G major as our other chord. I don't need no money, fortune or fame. I've got all the riches, baby, one man can claim. And all the way through that, you're just going to be doing your pop strumming pattern. If I wanted to on the G chord, I could throw in that same riff over G. Kind of fits in pretty nice. So for an acoustic version, I would feature that. So on the last G chord, you're going D, G, D, G, the last G chord of that line. Try playing 3, O on the A, 2nd fret A, open D, 2nd fret D, and open G. And remember, I got all the tabs for these riffs on the Patreon page. Okay, so then, I don't need no money, pop strumming pattern, up, up, chuck, up, down, chuck, up, chuck, up, riff. I've got all the riches, baby, one man can claim. Then on the last one, I'll just strum the G chord. because now we have to move in to that same chorus progression, but now in the key of D. Okay, moving into the final section of this tune, your chorus played in the key of D. This is also going to have some extra riffing going on. Now remember, our chorus was built from a 1, 2, 4, 5 progression, which in the key of D would be D, E, G, A. Or in chordal form, D major chord, E minor, G, A major. Alright, so that's going to look like this. Do that twice, same strumming pattern. Down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. Then we're ready for the second line here. My girl, my girl. Your pop strumming pattern with the chuck on the D major chord. Talking about my girl. Same thing on the E minor chord. Then, here we go. On the A major chord, we're going to do some extra riffing. A very cool descending line to get you back to D major. Just strum an A chord barred. Add in the G note. Add in an F sharp note. Wrap your thumb around. It's a great way to do this. Add in a low E string. And then you got the D major chord. And you can choose to feature some of the notes in the chord as you descend down. It's okay if it sounds a little gritty. Though I really like to just feature the low E string separately. Alright, then you're back to the D major chord for I've Got Sunshine on a Cloudy Day. So, walking down. Hold out the D chord. I've got sunshine on a cloudy day. With E minor chord, my girl. And walk again. I even got the month of May with my girl. Talking about my girl. Then, for our version today, I just want you to go A major chord. You can choose to say my girl again, but I think I would rather not. Alright, that's it. You've got the whole song down. You've achieved a really cool instrumental section, made it through the key change. You're ready to perform. Alright everyone, thanks so much for checking out this lesson on The Temptations' My Girl. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks so much to my supporters at patreon.com/swiftlessons. I hope you're enjoying the extra resources. I got many more coming up, so keep checking back. Please subscribe, please share. This is Rob at Swift Guitar Lessons in Philadelphia saying happy picking.